Hey Dimitri, thanks for turning around this version. Some quick bits of feedback. I typed up a chunk of this and I was like, well, I'll just do a quick video for you. So yeah, so here we go. Basically, one of the main things is if you take a look at the sprite sheet, you can see that the ship isn't aligned perfectly for each of the rows. And so it's bouncing up and down the whole ship. And if you take a look like in Photoshop here, right? So taking this point for reference, right? Kind of this point for each of the images, if you will, right? So you can see here that here we have the gold, the neighboring pixel, and we're up here in the dark. So, and then if we come down to here, you can see that the center point, we're shifted a little bit and we're not as far high up in the dark. So I think we need to shift the image down. And then you can see here that in the third row, that we're off by about a pixel and a half. I bet you it's like half pixel accuracy, which is a pain in the ass in Photoshop. So I think one of the keys is that we should take a look at the base image in the 256 by 256 and make sure that we're absolutely aligned with the same distance, I think. Let me take a look here. Plop. Yeah, so I mean, I can't even... that's the thing, is that you can see for the guidelines, right? We're on basically a half pixel area. So we just need to align the images. So then we remove that shift. That part was good. Let's see here. To answer your question, yeah, I think I think you're looking at the ship, I think it's cute. I mean, it gives the ship character in terms of the bounce. Why don't we do two versions where we do a version where we keep the lower engine bounce here. Let's add your movement, maybe like a shift or a little bounce or maybe a vibration. Give it a little bit of character. I think it gives the ship a well-used character. Things don't work perfectly when they've been used for a long time, right? So, but it's still all super functional. So I'm enjoying the change for the front cannon here as well. So thank you for that. And you can see I kind of also then took the opportunity to realign basically our little particle emitter, sort of like the drawing, if you will. It doesn't have to make a lot of sense for this itself. So let's do two versions. Do a version where we don't have the lower turbine here doing its motion and the engine, but we'll just have the previous version, and then we'll do a version where we have both of those elements, all the elements basically animating. Another piece of feedback was let's see if we can add a pulsing glow, so a nice clean loop, so it glows up, like it glows brighter, not super bright, but it should be a nice subtle kind of glow, and then so it fades up into like a nice glow and then fades down and then fades back up, so it doesn't have a pop in it. I feel like that'll draw the eye a little bit more towards that centerpiece for the glow itself. Other than that, let me double check what else I had here. Okay, so we talked about the ship rows, the red glow fade up. Yeah, so another piece here. I was thinking about this last night, right? And I'd love for us to do, we can spin up a separate Trello card for this, but basically set up a weapons exploration for the top, bottom, and mid cannons. I don't think there's anything wrong with these ones, but I think the things I want to see, right, is we have the opportunity in some cases to create different weapon types. Right now these are functional because the weapons are basically different utilities. I think I shared the weapons video with you. If not, you can see I'll link it to you in the daily. But yeah, I'm thinking that just remixes of barrel, muzzle, and then I think housing, right? So I think we can keep the apparatus for the lower pieces here. This isn't huge. I just thought I would get it out there because I'd like to potentially have the ability to remix weapons and weapon types, or we could use those for other aspects. So that was the other piece here. You don't have to worry about doing weapon exploration before you turn around this next version. I want us to get to V1 here, so we're very close. Other than that, let's see here. I think I'm okay with the glow overall in the cockpit, so you can definitely see I like the slightly more bluish or the lighter blue itself. And that's one other thing. I haven't put this in the feedback yet. So if you'll notice here that when we move, we basically in the engine area, we have like a little glowy bit for that. So I'd love to see if you can try to hand animate essentially a nice like engine glow. So this is like an idle engine glow, and then that VFX will be, you can already see it from the back. So we can probably, I mean, this is just a temporary effect for yellow. So I mean, choose what you think color wise makes the most sense. Probably not a blue or anything like that, but you know, like but yeah, I'll let you make the choice there. I appreciate the changes to battle damage. I think the one piece here, now that I'm looking at it again, is, let's see here. So yeah, so I think the thing here is, if you look at the image that I'd referenced here, it's about this edge, right? I think that we have a little bit too much like what do you call this? It's like too much like exhaust stain or laser fire battle damage. So let's reduce this area here, bring it back more towards the edge in the way that was before, leave everything else the way it is. But yeah, it's starting to mess with the silhouette a little bit too much. Same thing with this. I just want to clean it up just a little bit because I think we're just a little too much on the scorch mark. So but yeah, I think those are the rounds of feedback. So okay, if you have questions, please let me know. I'm super excited. We're getting there. This is cool. And by the way, you know, I know I showed this. I didn't talk about this at all. So I'm tech arting. This is like Fishman from like Metal Slug. He was like a joke of a monster dude. But he's going to be one of our boss encounters, right? And what I envision for us to do is that he's going to come up, the camera's going to rumble, he's going to have cool attacks. But what we're essentially taking this as a basis. We're going to design a character kind of within the, in this space. So aquatic themed. I think we take Fishman for inspiration. But yeah, I think that that's the kind of thinking. So I thought I would share that with you. This is one of the things on the list we're gonna do. You don't have to worry about it quite yet, but we're getting there, right? So, all right. Without I think any other bits of feedback, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you soon.